start the show with a topic that we've very rarely touched on, gentlemen, and it's something that's been in the news this week and for a number of years now with regards to football. I want to bring you a quote. I mentioned Richarlison, the Tottenham striker, at the top of the show, had a torrid time of late. He came out during the week, chaps, and he said this: "I went through a turbulent time off the pitch during these past 5 months. I'm going back to England," this is during the international break, "to seek psychological help from a psychologist to work on my mind." We've also seen Harry Maguire's mum come to his aid and his defence this week after he has taken a lot of abuse. Marcus Rashford has talked about mental health, as has Manchester United in regards to Jadon Sancho. So mental health in football. Robbie and Lee, I would suggest that a player coming out in your day, Lee, I'll start with you, saying I'm going to see a psychologist, probably never happened. Would I be right? How much has it changed to where we are now?
Unrecognisable, and for the good, I have to say, because the environment that we grew up in and traded our profession in was a very hostile environment, especially in the dressing room. It was a place where you couldn't really share what was going on for you personally. So every time you stepped through that door, it was, you know, it was that man up. We've got to go to training again. We've got to win another game, and it was a survival to be able to get through the process of living in a dressing room environment. When Wenger came, he slightly changed things a little bit, and we had a team psychologist who came in who was used very sparingly, I'll have to say, because it was seen as a weakness. If they've got a hamstring injury, you go and see the physio. If something's going on for you mentally, then who'd you talk to? Certainly, I couldn't talk to anybody in the dressing rooms I was with. Slightly changed a little bit when Tony Adams obviously had problems with alcohol. He went into rehab, and when he came out, the difference in his mental health and his ability to be able to share how he was feeling with his teammates was seen as being a bit weird. He would sit on the coach going to away games and say, "How are you feeling, Lee?" And I'd go, "Yeah, I'm all right," because that's the stock answer, as you know. And he goes, "No, but how are you really feeling?" "Because I'm feeling quite sad and scared today because I feel vulnerable." And he was like, the lads would be on the coach kind of going, "Well, I don't want to go down that road." So he was probably the start, certainly in my career, of somebody opening up. It was seen as a bit strange and a bit weird. But, I mean, now the players have got help everywhere, and it's beautiful to see that a human being can share something else in his work environment and not be ridiculed by it. And certainly these players that are coming out now is only good for the game and good for their humanity.
Did you have much help, Robbie?
There was no help. There was no help. And I think there was two sides to it. It was the dressing room dynamic, of course, which is a very hostile, sometimes unfriendly, macho position, but also the fan reaction and how you got on with the manager and how your fans perceived you as a player. And there's no player that will ever... maybe they won't admit to it, but the pressure of playing in front of people and then taking the consequence of the result and performances afterwards was kind of big. And now, I've got to say, with social media, Rebecca, and thankfully the help is coming on board now, but can you imagine, Lee, in terms of social media? I used to play a game of football. If we played well and I had a good game, read the papers, great. If I didn't have a good game, we lost, wouldn't read them. So I didn't read many newspapers in my playing career. And we had a guy called Bill Bezic, great sports psychologist, come in, but it was about confidence, it was about performance, it was about mental strength as a player, winning mentality. It wasn't about if you had a personal issue and concerns and worries. So thankfully it's changing, because I tell you, back then it was a tough environment. I feel like I'm different to my brother and my best pals from when I grew up, because I grew a thick skin, because I had to grow a thick skin, given dressing room, management, coaches, fans. You know, you're under the focus, and it's not easy.
I was on the plane coming over here to do the show, and there was a young man on the plane who introduced himself and said, you know, "Really nice to meet you." And I won't say any of the teams or anything, but he'd been a pro for 1 year, he's 18 years of age, and he's coming out of football because he couldn't, and this was yesterday or the day before, and because he couldn't stand the pressure that he was under in order to perform at the level at the club he was at, and he's going to go down another road. And it was so sad. He said, "Do you know what? My heart's not really in it." And he said, "The pressure that I get put under, I'm going to go and do something else. And it's like, was he getting any help in that situation or not? Maybe his heart's not in it and he goes on to do something different anyway, but...
It's so interestingly because Ange Postecoglou talked about that nobody has a perfect life. When we look at these footballers, this is what the Tottenham manager said this week, and we think they have all the money that they need and that that's a perfect life. That's his quote. But when you think about when you played in the actual 90 minutes...
We were talking about it yesterday,
It sounds scary.
It is scary. And I say, people said, oh, it's great being a footballer. It is great. It's a brilliant lifestyle. But you have to be a certain way and you have to have a mental strength in order to get through those 90 minutes. And I didn't particularly enjoy the 0 minute to 90 minutes actually playing because there's so much pressure of you losing something and that as soon as the final whistle goes, you go, what a great life I've got, what a great, we've won. Wow. But it was the actual doing of it is so much more pressurised and difficult than perhaps we give the players, all sorts of players, credit for to go out on a Saturday and actually perform under that scrutiny.
Just very quickly, Robbie, did you enjoy the 90 minutes?
No. I enjoyed a game, probably, I could count one hand. If we're 3-0 up and there's 10 minutes to go, I'm then loving life, loving the game. But other than that, I get off the pitch, a whistle goes, it's relief. For my situation at Middlesbrough, where we needed points, 3 points, relief. Go home, have a great night, everything's good. But no real joy or happiness.
Wow. Joy comes after.
I think that's so interesting. And Postecoglou touched on it this week that, we mustn't always look at footballers and think it is the perfect life because they also have problems. Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.